Hey guys, it's Tyree here, the Creatographer. And what I'm going to be covering today is a quick tutorial on a technique I use to kind of make my images pop and stand out. So today we're going to be going over how to make eyeballs pop to give it that shine, that extra glow to kind of bring it to life. So for starters, we have our lovely model Erica here, who naturally just has fantastic eye color. So I'm deciding to use her as a test subject today. So the first thing we're going to do is actually very simple. So you can see it's a little bit of brown in her eyes already. So what we're going to do is try to bring that out and kind of make that pop. So the first thing and the quickest way, the way I do it is I create a new layer down here. I make sure it's transparent. So what you would want to do for this new layer is go up to this blend mode right here and select overlay. Now you click on the brush tool, make sure you have the color is white. So you got the purest white. And what this is going to do is it's going to brighten up everything with an overlay of white, so brightness, as I paint over it. So, like that. And it doesn't have to be perfectly shaped because we're going to go over in the end and kind of clean it up a bit. But we want that halo of color over her eyes. So just for starters, if we take that away and bring it back, the eyes pop a lot more. They have a lot more life in them. So that's the first step. So the next thing I do when I want to make my eyeballs pop is I create another layer and do the same thing again. And we go overlay again. So this one's going to be on top of what we already have here. So and I make my brush very small because you want this as small as it can go. 1 pixel is fine. If you want it bigger, up to you. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw little lines. Draw little lines all through this image. However quick you want to do it is up to you. I'm just throwing something in there just to show you the effect. And it doesn't look like much now, but you'll see how it looks towards the end. And you kind of want to use the middle of the eye and go from here outward to give it a more natural look, because that's naturally how the details in your eye would be if you were to look inside your eye with like a flashlight or anything like that. So when you back up, it kind of looks a little bit more popish, but you still see that those are clearly lines right there. So what you want to do from here is on that next layer, you want to go to filter, you want to go to blur, and then you want to go to Gaussian blur. You see how that kind of just made it kind of murky and pop out? Well, blend in a little more. So if I take this down to 0, that means I'm not blurring any of these white lines that I made. So what you can do is if you hold your mouse over this radius button, and if you have a scrolling mouse, if you scroll up, it'll slowly and gradually, with each tick of the scroll up, blur it a little bit more and more and more and more and more. And you can stop at a point to where you feel like it gives the look that you want it to give, and then you can hit OK. So now, looking at where we started to where we are now, if I turn off the lines that we just blurred, this is how it looks now. And if I go back and I click it with the lines, it gives it a lot more pop and shine, as you can see. So, and earlier when I said we can go back and clean this up, so let's turn off, we're gonna click this eyeball right here to make the blurred white lines that we made invisible. And we're gonna work right here. Remember when I said we can come back and clean this up? So what you're gonna do to help shape this is what I do is I click the erasure tool and I kind of make it a little bit big, and then I kind of gradually get close to the edges, and you're gonna see like right around here is going to slowly start to fade away. You want to make sure your brush hardness right there is all the way at 0. So it's going to basically kind of be skimming the eyeball, and you want it to kind of fade away to give a gradient effect. I'm going to come over here and do the same thing. And make sure you have all of that color out of the middle part right here. You want all of that out. Blend it a little more here. Right there. And if I turn on the other layer again, boom, still there. This one looks a little off, so you just pick up the brush tool again. You can paint that back in if you want. I wanted to paint mine in a little bit more right there, and right there. And boom, you have eyes that pop. The little bit that I just added kind of is all of a different color, but that's okay. It's just for tutorial purposes. So if you see the before and the after, you were able to give your photos a whole new level of life just by making that eyeballs pop. All right. And this was already a retouched image, so I'm going to be making more YouTube tutorials going over how I retouched this image. It was a quick retouch just so I can show you guys how to do the lighting of the eyeballs here. So, if you want more videos like this, please let me know down in the comments. If you have any questions about what we went over today, please let me know as well, or just comment any other videos you'd like to see me do. All right, it's been cool. It's Tyree. See you guys next time.